A lot of people think Jews believe that Jesus was a prophet and Muslims reject him. It's actually the other way around, right? I'll tell you a story. When I was doing my dissertation, I would go to a coffee shop. Like after Fajr, I'd go and have my Quran and my Bible and my computer out, and I'd be typing my dissertation. And I remember one time I had a nice hot cup of coffee, and this line was forming behind me, and I heard this guy behind me say, "Nice books." And I said, "Oh, thanks." And he said, "One of them is from God and one is from Satan." So I thought, oh, okay, whatever. It's too early in the morning. It's like 6 in the morning. And then he goes, "You want to know which one?" I said, "Okay, which one?" So he comes over and he says, "This one is from God, the Bible, and this one's from Satan, the Quran." And his wife is standing there next to him. And I said, "Well, why do you say that?" And then he went on like a 2-minute sort of incoherent ramble about how Israel is the chosen of God, and anyone, the modern state of Israel. Whoever opposes Israel will be cursed by God, and you have these Palestinians that are over there. They're being cursed by God. They're all antichrist, something like this. The Palestinians are antichrist. That was his conclusion. Okay? And so I said to him, "Well, where did you get this from? Who told you this?" And he said, "Well, this is our belief." And they went to a church sermon or something the previous week or something like that. But I said, "Is this in the Bible? Are Palestinians called Antichrist in the Bible?" And he said, "No." I said, "But the Bible does mention who are the Antichrists." He said, "It does?" I said, "Yes." So I had my Bible with me, and I went to the first epistle of John, chapter 2, verse 22. First epistle of John 2:22. It says, "Whoever does not believe that Jesus is the Christ is an Antichrist." And he looked and he said, "Okay." And I said, "Well, what do you have to say?" And he was kind of confused. "What do you mean?" I said, "These Palestinians are Muslim and they're Christian." And he said, "Yes." I said, "They believe Jesus is the Messiah. He's the Christ." "Yeah, good." And I said, "You know who doesn't though?" And then he tried to almost he was going to lunge, attack me, right? And his wife had to kind of shield him, and eventually he was screaming at me, and I had my coffee ready to pour in his face. But it's really interesting what people think about Islam, and they don't even know their own tradition. They don't know what the Bible says.